Have you ever wondered how some people break free from the rat race while others spend their entire lives working harder, but never getting ahead? Imagine being told by one father that the only way to succeed is to study hard, get good grades, and secure a stable job, while another father says the exact opposite, that jobs are traps, schools don't teach real wealth, and true freedom comes only from building assets. What would you do? Which advice would you follow? This is the real-life story of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the global bestseller, Rich Dad Poor Dad, a man who transformed the way millions think about money. His journey is filled with struggles, risks, failures, and powerful lessons that could change the way you see wealth forever. And today, we are diving deep into the untold story of how Robert Kiyosaki made it, from the son of a hard-working schoolteacher to a financial education icon known worldwide. But before we begin, if you love stories about success, wealth, and the powerful lessons behind them, then make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on notifications, because we share inspiring stories that could transform your mindset and your financial journey. And don't forget, leave us a comment below. Do you believe schools truly prepare us for financial success, or do you think we need to learn outside the system, just like Robert Kiyosaki did? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, sit back and let's unravel the fascinating journey of Robert Kiyosaki, the man who changed how we think about money. Early life. The two dads. Robert Kiyosaki was born in 1947, in Hawaii, to a family that valued education deeply. His biological father, whom he calls his poor dad, was a highly educated man. He had a PhD, worked for the government, and believed strongly in the traditional path of success. Go to school, get good grades, find a stable job, and retire with benefits. But there was another man in Robert's life, his best friend's father. This man was a businessman, an entrepreneur, and an investor. He had never finished high school, but he understood money, assets, and how wealth was truly built. This was the man Robert would later call his rich dad. From a young age, Robert found himself caught between these two powerful but opposing worldviews. His poor dad believed in security. His rich dad believed in risk and freedom. His poor dad worked for money. His rich dad made money work for him. And this tug-of-war between ideas became the foundation for Robert's lifelong mission, to discover what truly makes someone financially free. Struggles and failures. The road to success. It might surprise you to know that Robert didn't start out successful. In fact, he struggled a lot. After serving in the Marine Corps during the Vietnam War, he tried his hand at business. His first venture was selling nylon wallets. At first, it looked like a success. The wallets even appeared in surf shops and were featured in magazines. But soon after, the business collapsed. He lost money, investors pulled out, and he was left with failure staring him in the face. Most people would have given up at this point. But Robert didn't. Why? Because his rich dad had already planted a seed in his mind. Winners are not afraid of losing. But losers are. Failure is part of success. This mindset kept him going. He would go on to try real estate, investing, and even business education seminars. Some failed, some succeeded. But slowly, he was piecing together the formula that would change everything. The importance of financial education. The birth of Rich Dad Poor Dad. By the 1990s, Robert realized something powerful. Schools were not teaching people how money worked. Students were being trained to be employees, not owners. They were being taught to fear risk, instead of learning how to manage it. So, he decided to share his story, the lessons of his two dads. In 1997, he published Rich Dad Poor Dad. At first, it didn't take off. Publishers rejected it. People thought his ideas were too radical. But Robert persisted, selling copies himself and speaking at events. And slowly, something incredible happened. Word spread. Readers were hooked by the simple but powerful lessons. The rich don't work for money. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out. Your house is not an asset. Work to learn, not to earn. These lessons were practical, eye-opening, and life-changing. Before long, Rich Dad Poor Dad became a global bestseller. Today, it has sold over 32 million copies, been translated into more than 50 languages, and continues to inspire generations. Lessons that changed millions. So, what makes Robert Kiyosaki's teachings so powerful? It's not just the financial advice, it's the mindset shift. He showed people that money is not taught in schools. You must educate yourself. The middle class buys liabilities, thinking they are assets. True wealth comes from building streams of passive income. Jobs may give you money, but assets give you freedom. Think about it. How different would your life be if, instead of chasing a paycheck, you built a system where money worked for you? The legacy of Robert Kiyosaki. Today, Robert Kiyosaki is more than just an author. He is a global educator, investor, and entrepreneur. Through books, seminars, podcasts, and media, he continues to challenge the way people think about wealth. But beyond all of that, his biggest legacy is simple. He gave people the courage to break out of the system, to take control of their financial destiny, and to believe that freedom is possible for anyone who dares to learn and take action. Conclusion. Your turn. Robert Kiyosaki's story isn't just about one man. It's about the power of ideas, the courage to think differently, and the determination to keep going, even when failure seems certain. So now I ask you, which mindset are you living with today? The poor dad mindset, chasing security but staying trapped in the rat race? Or the rich dad mindset, building assets, taking risks, and creating freedom? The choice is yours. And just like Robert discovered, that choice will shape the rest of your life. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments. Which lesson from Robert Kiyosaki do you think is most powerful? Because remember, it only takes one idea to completely transform your financial future. I want to sincerely thank you for staying with me till the very end of this video. It shows your hunger for knowledge, your commitment to growth, and your willingness to take action. Not everyone makes it this far, but you did. And that alone sets you apart from the crowd. More powerful, life-changing videos are already on the way, so make sure you've subscribed and turned on your notifications. That way, you won't miss out on the strategies, stories, and secrets that could shift your journey forever. But don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a colleague, or even a family member, because you never know whose breakthrough could come from a single idea you pass along. Imagine the impact if everyone watching right now shared what they've learned today. Together, we'd be building a community of people who don't just dream, but actually execute. Always remember, this is how they made it. A channel where experience meets execution. And your story. Yes, your story will be told one day. As long as you take what you've learned and act on it now, your future self will thank you. Because success is not about luck. It's about applying the right principles, staying consistent, and refusing to quit. So take one step today, no matter how small, and you'll be amazed at how far you'll go. Your journey is unfolding, and this is only the beginning. Stay focused, stay hungry, and never stop believing in what's possible for you. See you soon.